There are a great number of different buildings within the game Kingshot. We often waste far too many resources and speed-ups on certain buildings without any real need. However, at the same time, certain structures in this game must remain our top priority as they are crucially important. We must carefully conserve our resources and speed ups for these key structures. Throughout this video, I will explain in detail which buildings to prioritize and which to avoid upgrading at all costs. I also have excellent guide visuals and calculator websites to share with you today. Neler var? Every player who plays Kingshot should definitely have these guide images and the website I'm going to provide. If you have these, it will be extremely beneficial for you, your in-game resources, and your speed ups, guys. You might not have the same buildings in the game that I do, guys. Some of them unlock later in the game. I definitely need to show you this image in particular. This is the game's timeline. The initial elements of the game progress from here, starting with heroes and moving on to buildings. I'm showing you this image just as an example, but they have provided a detailed day-by-day breakdown of everything coming to the game in the first year. For instance, you can see the buildings that will be unlocked in the future right here. We also have visuals for things like the War Academy or other buildings, heroes, and various items that will be added later in the game. You can find more details about these on my Telegram and Discord channels, guys. Now first, let me list the most valuable buildings in the game. The city center is definitely our most valuable building. It only provides us with power, guys. It doesn't give anything else. You can see it in detail, but the reason it's the most important is that we can only upgrade our buildings up to the level of our city center. Therefore, if we want to upgrade any building, we first need to upgrade our city center. The next most important buildings are the barracks, stable, and archery range. In other words, the buildings where we spawn and train our soldiers. One of the primary reasons why these specific structures are so incredibly important is definitely the advanced level of troops that you are able to train, which you can clearly see for yourself in the training section right here. While you might start the game only training basic level 1, 2, or 3 troops, as you reach much higher levels, you will eventually be able to produce powerful level 10 or 11 troops. Unlocking level 11 troops is a much more involved process. It requires extra research. I have detailed videos about that on my channel. At the same time, while upgrading these buildings, we can increase training capacity, meaning we can train more troops at once, or improve training speed, which allows us to train them faster. You are able to observe the specific details in this manner. One of the most significant structures that we have planned for the near future is undoubtedly the Academy. Whenever we choose to upgrade our academy, we gain the ability to discover and learn a wide variety of new research projects, and it also provides us with a significant boost to our research speed every single time we level it up further. Therefore, it is absolutely essential that your city center level and all of your military training buildings are always kept at the exact same level, and you should also make sure to upgrade your academy at that very same consistent pace to maintain your overall efficiency throughout the entire duration of the game, without any exception at all, my friend. Besides these, the command center is another one of the most important things. It's vital because when launching an attack on a location, if you can send 100,000 troops, upgrading the center lets you increase that to 150,000, 200,000 and more, thanks to the extra troop buffs you receive there. Or when we're launching a mobilization or a rally somewhere, we can increase it using the extra capacity we get from here. You can also see the details by clicking on the building like this. But at the same time, you can't just build whatever buildings you want while upgrading the city center. The game tells you this. To upgrade the city center, for example, it says to upgrade the barracks to a certain level, and we also have an embassy. Upgrade the embassy to a certain level. The embassy always stays at the same level as the city center because the game forces us to. Whether we want to or not, we have to upgrade it. But what the embassy provides us here is alliance help. When we speed up a building, we can get help from our alliance members. Right now, 30 people can help me. The total alliance help time is shown as 97. I am also able to dispatch additional troop reinforcements to a friend's city located here. The current maximum capacity for this is 925. Conversely, they are able to send 925,000 troop reinforcements back to my own city. As the level of the building increases, the cost climbs up into the millions. Back in the early stages of the game, these were only around 100 or 200,000. The most useless buildings in the entire game are definitely right here, guys. The iron mine. This increases the iron production cost, well, the speed. It says iron produced in our city, but believe me, the iron produced here is of no use to us. Unless you absolutely have to, or if there isn't a quest in the game, don't spend extra resources or speed ups here. Also, the stone quarry is completely unnecessary. The sawmill is completely and utterly unnecessary. The mill is also completely and utterly unnecessary. And the clinic is completely and utterly unnecessary. Guys, none of these shelters here are of any use to us. The defense towers you see here are completely useless. They're just part of the game's story. A battle breaks out on the left. The game's so-called bots attack our city there. When we defend it, it gives us very, very small rewards that are of no use to us. These rewards might be useful for the first 2 or 3 days of the game, but after that, they don't really offer anything worthwhile. The barricade here is completely useless. When the game's bots attack us, the soldiers we've placed here come out to defend. At the same time, this barricade here that doesn't serve any purpose either, but the guard station here is valuable to us. One of the primary reasons this is so valuable is the caliber of the soldiers we station here. In truth, it is not the level of this place, but the soldiers we assign here that are truly important. Whenever a rival city decides to launch an attack against your own city, your defensive unit will operate based on whichever 3 specific heroes you have currently stationed in these positions. You should always make certain that you are placing your most up-to-date and powerful heroes into these designated slots. Even if you happen to possess very powerful heroes, and even if your hero equipment is currently equipped on all of these heroes, but if you don't place them there, you might end up defending with random heroes stuck in that spot, and even though you have powerful heroes, you could still lose the battle. Definitely be careful. By the way, 60% of the people watching this video aren't subscribed to my channel yet. If you'd like to support me, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, guys. One of the next major structures that we are currently planning to construct is the courthouse. One of the most critical and essential aspects of this facility for us is definitely the double shift feature. Before we actually begin to construct a new building or even upgrade its current level, we must always activate the double shift option right here. Only then do we proceed to build the structure itself, which is key. Just a quick reminder for everyone, if you happen to activate this feature after the building is already finished, it simply won't do anything at all, guys, so be careful. We activate this before starting construction, then we start the building. This gives us a 20% speed boost, allowing us to complete our city center or any other building upgrade in less time. Definitely use these, especially in the early game for city center upgrades that take many days. Don't neglect them. Aside from that, the productivity day here and the emergency operation here. Let me demonstrate that for you once again. The emergency operation we have here. If you decide to utilize the emergency task feature right here, it provides a significant amount of valuable resources. However, keep in mind that these particular resources are essentially a one-time occurrence. You are only able to claim them exactly once every single day. It would be a very smart idea to take full advantage of this mechanic later in your playthrough. But if you want to get more resources, make sure you build them in the exact order I do. The next building, guys, is the infirmary. Infirmary capacity is very valuable for us. It's especially valuable to get it to level 30 because when we reach level 30, we get an average infirmary capacity of around 66,000. Once you have progressed past level 30, the town hall upgrades are currently capped at level 8. As we move further along in the game, it is highly probable that versions reaching level 10 or perhaps even level 12 will be introduced. However, for the time being, the absolute maximum town hall level available is TH8, everyone. You can clearly see it right here. You can see it here. I'm currently at TG4. The maximum is TG8. Since I've upgraded this to TG8, I can upgrade my other buildings to TG8 as well. But the ones I can upgrade are my barracks, the places where I train troops, the embassy, the command center, and the infirmary, guys. Later on, a war academy is added, and you can upgrade that too. As I mentioned, the infirmary's capacity is valuable, so we'll definitely try to get that to 30. After that, we have our assignment office. It is impossible to upgrade this building right now, but let me explain its function. Whenever you launch an attack against another player's city, the attacker's soldiers will perish, or at least a portion of them will. The survivors are then sent directly to the infirmary. However, if the defending player possesses a very large infirmary capacity and currently contains absolutely no wounded soldiers, the infirmary will be the first to fill up. Subsequently, once the infirmary has reached its maximum capacity, the remaining soldiers are then sent over to the assignment office. You can collect various resources here, and you can also obtain soldier medallions completely free of charge. You can then assign them from this location and bring them back into the game. Everyone. This building is utilized entirely for this purpose. Our next building is known as the Conquest Camp. We are constantly heading out on conquests from this location anyway. Our next building is the storehouse. It provides us with free energy and rewards at certain times of the day, and it also has a capacity. When someone raids our city, the resources stored here remain protected. In fact, if you have a farm account or if you're planning to create one, make sure you don't upgrade your storehouse level. The animal cage. The structure for this facility will automatically manifest in the game around day 50 or 55. If my memory serves me correctly, the animal cage will be added to the game exactly one day after the first castle battle in Kingshot, so there is really no need to worry at all. I have already taken the time to explain the true importance of the Academy. I have also definitely covered the Command Center in our previous discussions. As I demonstrated in the server timeline earlier, the War Academy functions as a specialized research facility that allows you to unlock powerful new level 11 troops once it finally becomes available. However, you will need to upgrade it to a specific level before you can proceed. You're accelerating your research progress while upgrading it to unlock the various improvements contained within. As you progress further in the game, a special gold pot will eventually appear right here. You can collect free special gold from this location every single day, guys. Later on, an entirely new section will be added to the bottom of the screen right here. If you have it unlocked and want to learn more, there's a detailed video on my channel. Moving right along, we have the arena. Since it cannot be leveled up, you should simply make sure to log in every single day to complete your arena runs. It is absolutely essential that you prioritize maxing out your watchtower on a daily basis. Next on the list is the hero hall. Make sure to use your keys to unlock chests, where you can rely on a bit of luck to acquire new heroes, valuable resources, and helpful speed-ups. There's also this important detail. Once the third generation of heroes arrives in the game and you progress to the fourth generation, which happens after the 200th day of the game, you will begin to receive second generation heroes from the keys found here. Once you reach Gen 5, you start obtaining Gen 3 heroes. You get them from the keys and chests here, as well as from the missions in the Watchtower, guys. The game now starts providing you with heroes from 2 generations back. Aside from that, there's our island. I have a detailed video about island on my channel. You can learn everything you need to know by watching it. Avoid upgrading any buildings that are entirely unnecessary for our current needs. Please use all of your resources with great wisdom, everyone. I say that after reaching level 30, pure gold will be added to the game, meaning you will be upgrading the levels. While upgrading these, it will again require pure gold, that is, this yellow material. The table here shows the buildings required and the total cost to reach pure gold level 5 and pure gold level 8. You can get this by joining my Telegram or Discord channel if you'd like, or you can just take a screenshot here and use it for your account. Always keep a chart of everything handy, guys. It'll be really useful when you're planning ahead. Aside from that, let me recommend a site that will be super helpful at the start of the game. There's a site called KingShot.net. It's definitely not sponsored content. I use a few sites like this. Well, since I use this site, I wanted to show you my friend's site. You can use it and benefit from it too. Right here, everyone, you are able to see exactly which specific buildings will unlock at every single city hall level, as well as when various items like hero gear or governor gear finally become available for you to use. Furthermore, you can also see well in advance exactly which buildings will require an upgrade whenever you decide to level up your city hall, which allows you to get those upgrades finished ahead of time. Additionally, you are also able to view the entire total amount of resources that are required for these upgrades right here on this screen. There's some really great stuff on the site. The transfer for the next game is being added in June. Even before the transfer goes live, they've already posted the groups and detailed data for everything in the game. If you want to check out the site, I'll drop the link in the comments under the video. You guys can make use of it there. You are loved. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next videos. Stay well.